Let me shift and ask you about the role of the chapel in the life of a university. For many people, the idea of a state-funded research university with dozens of active chapels in it will seem odd. Can you shed some light on that and tell us what is the role of the chapels at the University of Oxford?
Um, I think there are lots of things. First of all, obviously, it is a sort of spiritual base. It's also a kind of historical centre for many of the colleges. Most of the colleges with chapels are Anglican foundations, so very sort of Church of England in our statutes. Of course, there are some with other Christian denominational foundations, and there are others which have absolutely no kind of religious connection whatsoever. The ones with Anglican foundations, I mean, Jesus College in particular, Elizabeth I, obviously she was quite passionate about her Protestantism. And so that's in the founding statutes, so on and so forth. It was the first college to be founded after the Reformation, and therefore it's the first chapel to be built after the Reformation. So I'm always sensitive to that. One of the sort of geniuses, I think, of the Church of England is its breadth and its vocation to hospitality to people of all faiths and none. And it's the different ways in which it can contribute to building community. And I certainly think that building community is also an important part of a chaplain's job. So that's just a kind of hint at what I do.
I'm going to ask you to expand on that just a little bit. So that's the role of the chapels in the University of Oxford, a sense of hospitality on behalf of the church. What do you find yourself doing, kind of day by day, week by week basis in the life of Jesus College in particular?
During term time, we do have quite a lot of services, not as many as some colleges, but of course our Sunday evensong is the sort of bread and butter, as it were, and a very good bread and butter as well. It is very special, of course, given the whole Elizabeth I connection and the post-Reformation status of the college, that we follow Cranmer's Book of Common Prayer. And of course, to some people that might seem weird, but on the other hand, then that's also a good talking point. We have visiting speakers most weeks and an excellent choir. Non-auditioning, so that in itself is a little microcosm of building community. And the organ scholars run it, so it's very much a team effort. So that's Sunday evensong. Other services throughout the week. The Thursday evening Eucharist that we have is a really beautiful, simple event, and quite often the Christian Union like to come along to that because it's really grounded in a deep spirituality, and the students themselves preach. So that's wonderful because it gives them a chance to explore homiletics and hermeneutics, and to encourage one another to speak about their faith, actually. So that's always a very joyful experience.